What's going on, gamer? So yeah, let's get this salt farming going. I see Klutzy has a video here, and congratulations on your 20,000, bro. Your 20,100, boy's flying. Happy for him. And let's give him a like. So yeah, in this video, we get to see some meltdowns. Definitely looking forward to that. And you know I have to react off of this, so let's just get this going. Yeah, let's do this. Always enjoy Klutzy's video. He has that voice that you want to listen to too, which is uh entertaining. All right, let's go.
A game, there has to be that small subsect of people who take a huge issue with it for no good reason. And of course, in this situation, I am talking about the PlayStation fanboys. Now, I feel like I should clarify this. I say it a lot at the beginning of my videos, but I'll say it again. I am not talking about the overwhelming majority of normal PlayStation users. I have no issue with you if you just play on PlayStation.
Right, I agree with him on that. I say that all the time. Like, that's really what it is. We're going after the fanboys, the toxic fanboys.
Issue comes in when you start acting like these people we're going to take a look at today, who are upset that Xbox players now get to play this game, because apparently PlayStation porting one of their games to Xbox is just the worst thing ever to these people, even though the game is going to make way more money as a result of this, and even though it's going to prolong the game's lifespan because, you know, more people to play it, and it's a live service game, who would have thought? These people are such tribalists that they hate the idea of other people who don't own their platform being able to play their games. And that is what we're going to be taking a look at today. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get right into this. First up, not on Game Pass, they are not buying. Ah yes, the classic Xbox gamers don't buy games. I don't know why Sony even put the game over on the Xbox. Obviously, they just want to waste money and time on a port, right? Well,
You know, the funny thing about him saying that is still not understanding what we've been talking about the past few weeks. And that's that it's the perfect demographic to fit in the world. And with the Halo collaboration, I mean, and the shooter bro, you know what I mean, combination, it fits perfectly. The demographic is just so perfect for Xbox. Uh, Thinking and stating Game Pass is literally stupid for a game that you know they would buy. That's just one of the games that would say that you could say, I know this game would sell. Even though you have that mentality and you say that about Game Pass, but this game would still sell. And I've told people that, you know, ever since last February, I've been telling people that, yeah, this is a game that would fit perfectly. And you guys know it. It's been in my recent videos into that ecosystem. And it's going to flourish and be fine. Because it's not about just sales, but also about the hardcore players that will stay with them and still keep supporting that game. Because it has microtransactions too, and they'll like that type of stuff. People are looking at it the wrong way. It's how much more dedicated players is Sony also getting out of this. They're like, oh, we used to have this. The Xbox case maybe gave us an extra dedicated, I mean, over time after the drop-offs happened, 60, 70,000 players. That's enough for a whole live service game by itself. People will be happy with that many people. So in this type of world, it's like, yeah, this could be a game that they're in for the long term. And then when the Helldivers 3 happens, it's going to be even more massive than this. And you'll be getting that game. And all the support from the Xbox is help funding that too. I don't get why people just don't see that. You should want the game that you care about to be better. Somebody else getting the game is not making your experience any less. It is just childish to me, man.
we may not have the exact Xbox sales numbers right now. However, we do have this Discord message from one of the Helldivers devs asking people to stop crapping their pants so much over the update, because Helldivers 2 cracked over 500,000 concurrent players after the game came out on Xbox. Now,
Yes, and I've had a lot of people telling me it wasn't even going to sell 250,000. I said, you are making a huge mistake. If you think lifetime it won't sell more than 250K, you are not understanding the Xbox base. You're not understanding the shooter market. Just not understanding in general the demographic. It's just dumb to think that only 250,000 Americans are going to support Helldivers 2 on their console. Yeah, right, bro. You don't know what you're talking about. You don't understand them. No, it's going to sell more than that over time. And you wanted to. And yeah, I was very happy to see that number because, like I said, Team Arrowhead, those guys deserved it, guys. I'm a Helldivers 1 player. I've been there with a buddy playing Helldivers 1. I don't know if people remember the Turn Up the Heat edition. Yeah, we were there for that too. And just seeing how far the series has come is pretty nice. I remember when that launched for Steam back then, it only had like 10,000 players on it. But I was playing on PS4. And we did everything, max difficulty, all that. It was very fun. Then Helldivers 2 came out. We got on that, but I didn't play it as much as he did. But he stuck on it. He plays on PS5 still. A close friend of mine probably has like 1,000 hours on it. Yeah, Helldivers is like that. If you guys haven't tried it out and you were thinking that it's some game that you could probably get rid of real quick, no, no, no. It can give you that much playtime, like a live service game. It's that good. But I'm not gonna say too much. But I'm just saying I had to make those statements.
Obviously, a lot of that is going to be people on PlayStation and PC who are just excited for the war bond. But I would be willing to bet a large portion of those people were from Xbox. Plus, how much do you want to bet in the near future we're going to get a report coming out from like Arrowhead or somebody that, yeah, they're very happy with how it's performing on Xbox? What will the excuse be then? Who knows? Maybe they'll try to say that Xbox players are somehow pirating the game. I really don't know. Anything is possible. Alrighty, next up. Sony PS brand really lost its image as home for best exclusives. Sony already losing fans. Exclusives are already few and make matters worse. Exclusives are ported to other console and strange to a losing console, Xbox Series. There is no point of getting PS5 and PS6 in the future.
But once again, guys, another person is not understanding that 90%, or even if you want to do 85% of PlayStation success, is third party. So why is he speaking like the majority of PlayStation is going to get damaged when they're already won the generation, has 80 plus million, has the Pro, FSR 4 on the way with GTA 6 getting some marketing rights? Dude, it's already set up that way, man. They're fine. And they're making record profits. The statement is just an uneducated statement of people who are just not understanding because they think so one-dimensional in that little fanboy box. Right? They're not even smart fanboys. They say stuff which like, oh, zombie brain. Yeah, okay, man. Just dumb. Like, I'm sorry.
Are we really gonna say this about Helldivers of all games? You know, a game that was never exclusive in the first place. It went day and date on PC and sold better on PC than PlayStation. Or are you gonna try to hit me with the, oh, it's a console exclusive? But
and that's another good thing what Clutchy just said. That didn't damage PlayStation. Instead, they made so much money on live service by expanding to PC. Then they realized, yeah, this expansion works very well. Let's go ahead and go to Xbox too and make even more money. Helldivers 2 going to PC was one of the best moves Sony has ever made. Because then it also gave them an eye opener to a lot of things. People don't talk about that much, but because of the success of Helldivers with PC, I think that live service operation also has a lot to do with that. And then, obviously the fear of not wanting to fail with Concord. It is still a lot of live service stuff here we're talking about. So Sony wants to make sure that's never going to happen again. And I'm telling you, massive expansion is the best security day one, right? If you just want to be smart and use logic in that sense.
I just love to point out that you say they're losing fans, but if they put their games on other platforms, wouldn't they then have more fans? Because then more people can buy and enjoy their games? Or do you mean they're losing fans, and by fans you mean people like yourself who are upset that people on Xbox get to play a great game? Because if that's what you mean, then you're not a fan, you're a fanboy, my guy. And I know I've said it a million times in the past, but if your whole reason to get a PS5 or 6 was because they forced you to buy it for a couple games, then that's not a good reason. I still will never understand why people unironically want to be forced to spend more money on hardware. But hey, maybe I'm the crazy one. You know what? I'm gonna change my entire stance. I wish that Sony had never launched Helldivers day and date on PC, so that way I had to miss out on the game or spend $400 to $500 on a console just to play it. How dare you, Sony? I can't believe you would do this. Anyway, what do we have next? The port begging is ridiculously funny. Xbox fanboys be like, and then it's some starving orphan. I'm sure that's from a TV show and people are gonna get mad at me for not knowing it. Now, this is funny to me for multiple reasons. First of all, call it port begging all you want. Evidently, it worked. And if the game does end up selling well on Xbox, which it seems like it is, then expect more ports in the future. Second of all,
Yeah, and like I said, they really would want that game more than anything because that's a game that's perfect for their console. I mean, as much as somebody can say that, I agree with him. Once it works and Sony's happy, Microsoft's like, yeah, man, and my base loves it, that's a win for everybody. Don't be the guy in the corner still with that look on your face. Sony shared the game. But everybody's happy. It's like, I see you being a sore loser over there in the corner. Yeah, there's a lot of those people in the PlayStation one. It's like, guys, it's fine. It didn't hurt them at all. Matter of fact, it's helping them. Plus, he had another good statement added in. You know what I mean? Where it's like they're gaining more people in their theme park. I tell people to look at it like a theme park, or you going into a casino. I got more people in there. What you think? What you mean? Man, I got 30 more thousand people coming to my casino tonight. Yeah, it's more alive. I'm making more money. You know what I mean? Theme park. Oh, they're lining up to get in. We got 500,000 people in our theme park today. Damn, you know what I mean? Who is going to get mad at that if you think of that type of logic? And that's where I need to bring people into so that we can start giving more other examples in real life scenarios where we're like, yeah, you know what? You're right if we look at it that way. Because who's going to deny more participants and more people coming into their world like that? And all the shops in there and everything. Right? We're just seeing it digital. You know what I mean? So, yeah, I just think that type of stuff is funny. Because once we look at it in a business perspective, it does make more sense in getting out of that.
Well, that is rich coming from a fanboy for a console, which this year especially has basically been relying on Xbox ports of games to stay, I don't know if well-fed is the right term, but you know what I mean. I mean, you guys just got Forza and Gears this year. Gears just came out yesterday, actually, and I'm sure you were celebrating that, as you should. It's great that you guys get to play those games finally. But then, of course, when Xbox players want to play a game, that's port begging. They are the ones starving for games when Sony has put out, what, nothing this year? I mean, I know Ghost of Yotei is coming out in October, but that's basically it, right? So I don't know, man. Maybe don't act like Xbox guys are the ones being starved for content when you're relying on their studio to put out games for you. And yes, that was a police siren that you just heard. That wasn't in real life. They're not coming for you yet. Don't worry, your secret is safe with me. Oh, I know what you did, but don't worry, I won't tell. Jeremy. What are the odds somebody named...
Yeah, I mean, you got Indiana Jones as well, too. I mean, they definitely put a good amount of games there this year, no doubt. Doom.
Jeremy is watching this right now and he feels extremely attacked. Be sure to comment below if your name is Jeremy and you're also on the run from the cops. Anyway, next up, unfortunately, Sony bowed to Xbox. I don't think it was them bowing to Xbox. I'm pretty sure they just saw that there was an opportunity to make money over there. And so they took that opportunity because, you know, they're a business. They want money. And on top of that, they're not going to do a Halo ODST collab and not bring the game to Xbox. Like, could you imagine if this crossover happened, but there was no Xbox port? People would have been rightfully furious. Besides, at this point, why wouldn't they put the game on Xbox? Like, Xbox has been giving them plenty of games, including, again, Gears of War Reloaded, the same day that Helldivers came out on Xbox.
The funny thing, though, yeah, about that is this reminds me of Reforge popping up on the screen. Zone initiated. Zone bound. Even Reforge is going to have a problem with that statement. Oh, yeah. Zone initiated. Microsoft initiated. No, guys, think about it. That's actually funny to me because when I saw that, I was like, oh, that's to Reforge, that's insulting.
So what do you mean, unfortunately? You get to play Gears, Xbox guys get to play Helldivers. Both are multiplayer games which require strong communities to stay relevant long term. I'm failing to find a problem here. This seems like an absolute win to me. Alright, what do we have next? F you at Nixxes Software and at Herman Hulse for devaluing the PlayStation console brand. I said it earlier, but I'll say it again. My brother in Christ, the game was already multiplat. It was already on PC. And if this was the only value you had in your console, that's a pretty worthless console in my opinion. Let me guess, you're that one guy who has like a friend and you expect that friend to hang out with only you and nobody else. Because that's the energy you're giving off right now. Not gonna lie. Plus, how dare you say F Nixxes? Nixxes are awesome. Nixxes is awesome. I don't know, when you have a name that ends with an S, it's a little weird. Anyway, what else do we have? Worst PS Studios acquisition ever. Not Nixxes' fault, but there is some resentment promoting another platform slap in the face PS fans. I don't get it. How is it a slap in the face? You guys have had the game for a year and a half. Not only are more people gonna be online now, but you're also getting an awesome new Warbond. Literally the most requested one, in fact. This whole situation is nothing but a positive. The only way you could say this is a slap in the face is if you somehow mean that in a positive way. Like, damn, they smacked us in the face with a whole lot of new content. Somehow, I don't think that's what you mean, though. I guess having more people online and getting a great collab that has great weapons and armor is somehow a slap in the face in a negative way. Can somebody please explain this to me? You know what? No, don't. I take that back. I already have a headache, and I think my brain would fully melt just trying to listen to that logic. Alrighty, next up. You are the infected trash that is effing up PlayStation's IP. Filthy trash, get out. You are destroying PlayStation's identity. We don't want Xbox trash in our games. Multi-platform idiots.
Oh man, look at this guy, bro. Man, he's too butthurt. Somebody's really gonna have to help him. Damn, he's really letting Sony know too. I think we get the point there.
Oh my. Guys, I think he might be a little mad. I love how we went from somebody saying, oh, well, this sucks, but, you know, it's not Nixxes' fault, to Nixxes, you are literal trash, you are messing up PlayStation's IP, and you are destroying the identity of PlayStation. How could you do this? That is quite a jump. And all I have to ask you is, dude, you do know that PlayStation is the one that told them to do the port, right? This is what I don't get. On so many of these videos where people are crashing out over ports, people will always blame Nixxes and be like, you guys sucked, why did Sony buy you? It's not like Nixxes is secretly working on ports behind Sony's back, and then they're like, surprise, we have to release this now because we just finished it. No, Sony wanted this port to happen, and they told Nixxes to do it. Also, speak for yourself. Don't say we don't want Xbox trash in our games. I, for one, welcome the Xbox trash. Even though they're not trash, I'm sure they're all very nice people. But yeah, don't type something this unhinged and try to act like everybody who plays Helldivers feels this way. No. We don't like you. In fact, you will be reported to our local democracy officer. Have fun at the Freedom Camp, idiot. Alrighty, to end this off, let's look at one that was...
Yeah, I agree exactly what he's saying. We're seeing the crashing out here. It's just pretty funny that, you know, this is happening this way. Remember, I told you guys, let's get ready for this. Watch, it's going to happen. This is day one. We're not done here. There's a lot of other stuff's going to be coming. This is going to get more interesting. And I'm just going to keep laughing, and we're going to just keep making more. Ponies, sit down. Acting up again. So, yeah, had to react off of this. You know, like I said, let's get it going. And once again, Klutzy, congratulations on your 20,000. You're definitely flying. Happy for you, man. All right, y'all. Get back on that field. Democracy needs you. Later.